Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today, guys, the day has finally come. We finally have a knife that we have been really looking forward to in this channel. You've probably seen some shorts here and there. I've been collaborating with the knife designer, making some cool shorts, because this is, I'm just going to say this right off the bat here. This is going to be a very cool knife. You and I are going to get to experience here together. So we're going to waste no time. This knife will be linked down below if you guys want to check out prices, availability, and variants. Doing the honors here, I'm going to bring the Nahual. I believe that's what it's called. It is the first Magna Cut knife from Kansept Knives, if I understand that correctly. They put Magna Cut on this guy for the first time, I think, on any other knife. So that's interesting. Check out the upload on that knife if you haven't already. And of course, we're just going to go ahead and get in here. Let's see what we're working with. What could this mysterious knife be all about? Let's go ahead and bam. Take a look, guys. We're looking at the very dangerous knife. It's called the Hazard, and it's in the name, and it's for a reason. It is a Steven Dunok design, and this one's going to be rose gold coated CPM S35 VN steel with a black wash titanium. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what this is all about here. I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited. This one even comes with an actual specification here for how to operate the knife. So this is going to be very interesting. Operating steps here, right, on what to do. But you know me, we're going to go ahead and keep this handy around here somewhere, and we're going to see how that goes. We got the typical stuff here, Kansept, wiping cloth, and paperwork as well, as usual. And here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and make some room here, shall we? Got the Kansept pouch here with the Kansept logo, and boom, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, man. Holy smokes, guys. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The time is finally here. We got the Hazard in our hands. So we got to handle with care here. At last, I've been messaging Steven, you know, back to back here for some time now. Been seeing the prototypes in his Instagram, and I've just really been looking forward to this moment right now. So they got the black, and they call this rose gold, right? To me, it's more like a brown, right? Some light brown color. They call it rose gold coated. It is CPM S35 VN. And we have the black wash titanium. I believe this is also very similar to one of Steven's earlier prototypes. There's a ton of different variants too. So they got the bead blasted titanium and a whole bunch of other color combos, at least I think 4 or 5 different variants. But a couple of things you'll notice here, right? We have, first thing that obviously comes to mind is what in the world is going on back here, right? What is this rectangular piece all about? Well, let me tell you, right? First things first, we look at we have a dual back spacer, because this part right here moves on its own. We have this crown gem back spacer here as well, and we have a non-reversible pocket clip. Well, we'll test that during the ergos here in a moment. Everything here titanium, of course, as you would expect. And without further ado, how do you open this knife, right? We don't have thumb studs, we don't have a front flipper, there is no back flipper. Well, they call this the Bali lock, right? It's very similar to like a balisong knife. So it's the Bali lock, and it has to do with this piece back here. So I'm going to go ahead and disengage here, right? Just to show you, right, how this works. And I'm holding the blade in place because now the blade is free. So you basically have this steel piece in the middle here, which has sort of like a D10 ball right over there, and it clips in place. That's going to hold the knife. Obviously, it's not going to open, right? I'm trying to open it right now. Nothing's happening. That is going to be your close position there, and the knife is not going to release, right, unless this thing is undone, right? So it also gives you a little bit of peace of mind in the pocket as well, that it shouldn't open, right, as long as that piece is secure. But we can undo this guy, and obviously I have no dexterity with a lock like this. This is the first and foremost kind of situations here, first time checking something like this out. So as long as you undo this piece, right, the blade, there we go, the blade is free on ball bearings. We can open it and then lock it in place like that. Okay, if I want to close it, okay, I'm gonna undo this piece here, and I'm trying to figure out what the best grip is. And you also notice there are like fullers on both sides of the little Bali lock back here, so that I can, again, I'm still trying to do this safely with both hands. That's why you see me doing it here with both hands. This is my first time checking this out in person. So if you get a brand new, obviously this is what the experience is going to be like for you. Right, you can close the blade, and then you can safely lock, and that blade is not going anywhere. So gonna open the knife. There you go. Okay, this time around I was able to do it. Right, both hands here, thumb and index finger on the Bali lock, and then it looks like I have to make it to a certain point. Like for example, right here it's still hitting the Bali lock, so I have to open the Bali lock to about right there for it to be able to open all the way, and then lock it And that's robust right there. No movement right there, no side to side, no movement up and down anywhere. That is rock solid. Now, the one thing about this you should know, if you've seen any of the shorts here in the channel, you can do, obviously with time and practice, okay, you can do some crazy tricks with this knife. I'll probably end up putting some tape on the edge myself so I can try doing some of those crazy tricks that you've seen on shorts. Steven's been doing with this thing. Obviously, he designed it. He's been playing with a prototype here for a long time. So there's some sick tricks you can do with this knife that obviously yours truly is going to be getting his feet wet. But right now, I have zero knowledge on how to do any of that. So it's just an overview, raw first impressions video. It has the Bali lock, a little bit of a balisong sort of background style lock for a reason, because you can actually do some very similar balisong style tricks, which is also pretty cool in my book. I'm all down for that. I mean, I do love a straightforward knife and a utilitarian knife any day of the week, but we see so many of those, especially as a content creator nowadays. I get really excited and fired up about checking out new stuff, right? What's innovative, what is bringing something new, some new recipes, some new locks, some new take on a knife, and this one clearly checks all those boxes. Checking out some stuff here, straightforward drop point design here with a flat grind. We said S35VN. Now, in the ergos department, you'll notice, right, I can get a full 4-finger grip. Still got a little bit of handle back here, so that's good. And then obviously you got that finger choil right there. Great finger choil, so you can forward choke on this bad boy to your heart's content. And man, oh man, that feels so good, right? That feels right at home. You have a good long cutting path right there as well. And I want to say in the ergos department, all the edges are nice and chamfered all around. Pocket clip, I want to say, if I squeeze really hard, I notice it there, right? If I forward choke, I notice it a little bit less, right? There's less pocket clip that I'm, on top of. I want to give it a good 9 out of 10. Yeah, feels like a good 9 out of 10. And it looks like this, obviously it will be, it's the same dynamics for this kind of knife as compared to, if you're a righty or a lefty. So perhaps a reversible pocket clip somehow would have been a W, right? That's about my only nitpick so far is, having a reversible pocket clip. Now, I got zero dexterity on my left hand, but obviously I would do the same thing, right? And you could use the knife just as well if you're a lefty. So there you go. Quick non-dexterity demo right there for scientific purposes. Here we go. Okay, so the trick is to pull back here. Not so much up here, but you get the leverage back here. So pull right there. All right, my fingers are out of the way. Close the blade and lock. If I want to open, same deal. Keep in mind, you got to pull this guy back a little bit. Maybe even let it loose like that. Open and then lock. Okay, clearly I'm going to get a lot more practice. This is a very rusty first impressions out of the box, testing this thing out for the first time, but it already feels so good to test out something different, right? Something out of the ordinary. I'm all down for that. We do have good milling going on the inside for weight reduction. We'll do a quick weight test here in just a moment, okay? But it's also a full-size knife, right? We'll do some size comparisons in a moment. Hazard number 140. I wonder if folks have a different sort of number on their knives, if it's like a limited series or what the deal is there. And by the way, the Lucky, I want to say the Kansept Loki was also another one of Steven Dunnock's design. So I almost called him Steven Hazard. Steven, that's your new name. If you're watching this video, your name is now Steven Hazard. Anyways, let's go ahead and see how this one looks here next to a few of the other EDC knives in the channel. I got a few handy here from Kansept. There is the Nahual, and hopefully I'm saying that right. Magna cut steel on that bad boy. Here is the Model 6 as well. Check out that copper carbon fiber handles on that one. And again, all these knives will be linked down below so you guys can check out prices, availability, and variants. It does support the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Obviously, a little bit of extra length right there, no doubt. But I got just a thing, right? Let's go ahead and check out a few of the typical ones here on the channel. Here's your MSI from Microtech. Here is the Stitch. Right, obviously, these are going to be just a hair longer. But this one, the Hazard is definitely giving those two a run for their money, no doubt. We got the PM2, we got the Para 3. Very PM2 size, now that you come to think about it. Maybe a hair longer than the PM2, but not by much. Clearly longer than the Para 3. And last but not least, there's your Demko AD 20.5. Here is the Kunwu Chad. And yeah, very Kunwu Chad size. Maybe the Chad is a hair longer. Funny thing, the 80-20.5 is a little bit shorter, but some quick rapid fire knife models here. Hopefully you own some of those. It'll give you more or less a ballpark idea where this one lands. And I do have content on all those knives. If you guys want to learn more, just put the knife name Miguel EDC on the YouTube search box and you'll find those videos right away. Now here we go, the moment of truth. This one's coming in at over 8 inches, close to 8 1/4 to be exact. Then we have 3.75 on the blade with a 3 1/4 inch blade length. And then we have 4.5, just a hair over 4.5 inches on the handle, right? Those are some quick measurements right there. While we're here, let's get a quick thickness on the blade. Thickest portion coming in at 0.11. So it's a little bit slicier than the average 0.12 in the channel. And the thickest portion here around the Bali lock is going to be around 0.47 inches. A little bit thinner than the average 0.5 in the channel, which is nice. And of course, you already know we got to check the weight as well. I want to say it does feel like a premium knife. There we go. I'm trying to figure out the best way to unlock this guy. Does feel like a premium knife. Obviously, we got the premium materials and things like that. Titanium all around. I'm going to go with somewhere between 4.5 and 5 ounces. 4.5 and 5 ounces. Oh, I was going to say, it was so close to being right. How about 5.1 ounces, right? Not bad at all. 144 grams or 5.1 ounces. I mean, you're looking at an over 8-inch knife, right? We just saw that a second ago. So it makes sense with the premium materials and everything. Absolutely sign me up. Good way for EDC without a doubt. Now this might be, I know you guys typically see me fidgeting a lot with knives in the channel, but I think the more comfortable I get with this one, there we go. I'm getting a little bit better here. I'm unlocking it. I'm closing it. Okay, I was a little bit intimidated at first. Now I'm gonna sort of kind of breaking the ice here a little bit. There we go. Bam. And somebody had asked, you know, what is the possibility of that D10 ball or this whole connection? Like how would that be long lasting over time? Guys, you have a D10 ball and then you have steel. And in a way, it's no different than, you know, any liner lock or frame lock for that matter. You still have a D10 ball on steel contact every time you open and close the knife in a way. So, you know, obviously this has been tested, right? I'm assuming, and again, this is not real world testing or anything. I'm assuming that they probably did some thinking forward as far as, you know, the longevity, the life of this lock. Obviously something that is brand new, just came out. This knife was just released here late August of 2025, and yours truly finally got a chance to check it out here first week of September. But yeah, I'm assuming if they rolled it out, you know, they obviously did some testing on it for something to be long lasting, reliable for a long period of time to come. So I wouldn't necessarily have any concerns there. And yeah, you know I'm going to be doing a lot of messing around, playing around, fidgeting around with this guy. Hey, listen, I'm already getting a little bit better here, right? Kind of building my confidence and whatnot as we go. Definitely look forward to some crazy tricks here in the channel coming up in the very near future. But let's go ahead and get scientific with it here. S35VN steel. Let's check that edge. Oh, that is one toothy edge right there. Absolutely passes the scientific nail test. Now we got the 5x zoom here for some extra drama. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, come on now. Absolutely destroying that paper without a doubt. So full slices. Bam. Boom. Yeah, pretty crispy factory edge, no doubt. We're cutting paper here, so we're not necessarily proving much, but you'll be surprised. There have been a few knives here on the channel that haven't even been able to do that. So that's always a good start. We got a single wall piece of cardboard right here, cutting at a diagonal angle with a flat grind, right, for better performance. Oh yeah, come on now. Turn it around a bit. Bam, boom. One more. Running out of leverage here. Oh yeah, clearly I like one more. There we go. Yeah, clearly it's gonna be sliced, guys. There's no doubt about that. So let's go ahead and give it a nice little wipe. Now this is just a coat, right? It's called a rose gold coating. So it's not like DLC or anything. As you use your knife more and more, you are gonna get some streaks and stuff like that on the blade. That is okay, right? It's just a knife. You're meant to use it. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind there, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Rate it on a scale from 1 through 10. 10 being the sharpest. Rate that factory edge. And you all let me know in the comments. Right, let's see if I can close this guy here pretty easily. There we go. And bam. Boom. And I am going to say this, right? Who knows if in the future, right, some of you guys are watching this video because you came from a short of me doing some tricks with this knife. That would be absolutely insane. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to really learn everything about this new lock type. I'm gonna tell you, I mean, right now this thing is pretty strong, pretty solid. If I had to kind of break it down a little bit, I want to say you do have this piece right here, right? So you have the bar itself, this rectangular piece that you're moving around, hinging on what I'm assuming is that one screw right there. And then I'm sure this is wedging somewhere on the blade. If I had to guess, it's going to be somewhere over here with this little notch. No, that little notch is for the stop pin. We do have a stop pin right over here. Oh, okay, I see. All right, you see this little cut right there on the blade? I want to show you, right? This little cut right here, right? From this little curve all the way down there, right? That little indentation before you get to this part on the blade, that is where this thing is wedging into. Okay, so there you go. There's that piece, and then you wedge this in there, and then it locks with this D10 ball. Boom, right? That recipe for a strong locking mechanism and something different, right? We've seen so many liner locks, frame locks. Nowadays, the crossbar locks are taking the world by storm since, you know, Benchmade lost the or the patent for the Axis lock expired. And you know, we don't really see a lot of new stuff, right? I know Brian Winters from Winter Blade Co. is usually innovating as well. We only see a handful of new locks every year, but yeah, I'm excited that this is a brand new lock here that we get a chance to check out, guys. Well, there you have it, guys. That is a quick unboxing overview of the Kansept Hazard, a design from Steven Dunok. Again, multiple different variants of this one are available. If rose gold and, you know, this black wash titanium is not your cup of tea, there's at least, I think, 3 or 4 other variants you can choose from. I have everything linked down below. Those help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and a zero extra cost. Links for every product knife you saw in this video. Do want to hear your thoughts on this one, guys. What do you guys like about it? What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know, and let's hang out in the comment section down below. Would you be considering checking out a knife with a brand new lock? Right, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.